Thanks.
Thank you, Kara. Our next speaker, Melanie Bladow, is a management consultant specializing in technology and business transformation strategy. She is passionate about driving change, believes that strategy and people skills will differentiate the technology leaders of the future, and she's ready to show you how. Her 20-year global career has spanned both IT and business leadership, leading teams in the UK, Algeria, Moscow, Mumbai, I love saying that name, Mumbai, Tripoli, and the US. Melanie has led initiatives for software development, data warehousing, business intelligence, oil field digitization, as well as setting technology and cybersecurity strategy as CIO for BP's Global Exploration Division. A highlight of her career was leading the crisis management team, keeping communications with Libya online during the Arab Spring. Melanie holds a BA in politics from Whitman College and a CIO of the Future Graduate Certificate from Boston University and UC Berkeley. Melanie is now principal at Turn Consulting and resides in Anchorage, Alaska, where she leverages her global leadership experience to help organizations achieve strategic digital transformation. Please join me in welcoming Melanie Bladow.
Thank you, Grant, for that introduction, and good morning, everyone. I'm here today to talk to you about digital transformation. We've all heard the hype about the digital revolution. If you were here for our earlier sessions, about innovation that's going to change the world as we know it. And when we think about the digital revolution, and we think about digital transformation, where we immediately go in our mind is to a whole slew of buzzwordy technologies. Can I hear any of them from someone out there? What comes to mind when you think of digital revolution? Yes, good. Internet of Things. Can I get a cloud? Anybody want the cloud? How about big data? Big data? Any takers on big data and artificial intelligence? All these things are technologies that we will need to implement in our organizations if we want to transform. And this is a particular challenge in the resource development industries because these are old industries that are very established and that also are extremely risky and require a lot of people to spread that risk of development out. So when you already have an existing way of working, how is it that you're going to take all of these new technologies that are out there and bring them into your organization to help you transform and become a resource development organization of the future? Well, I'm going to talk to you a bit about that and my experience coming from all areas of technology that I've worked in and what I've learned about how to be successful at doing that. But before I get there, I want to talk to you a little bit about an analogy, and I want to take you back to probably when I was maybe a teenager, and there was a famous ad campaign that ran on TV. And this ad campaign showed a woman who would come out with her gorgeous shiny hair, and she'd flip it and go, "Don't hate me because I'm beautiful." Okay? The message there for us ladies was very clear. Buy our shampoo, and you will have beauty. Now, I'm a smart lady. I know if I buy shampoo and I use it, what I will end up with is clean hair. And clean hair and beauty are not the same things. So why is it that smart business leaders, smart people like yourselves, go out there and they buy cloud services, and they buy big data platforms, and they buy internet-enabled devices and think, now that I have these in my organization, I will become more efficient, more effective, and modern? It is no different than thinking that clean hair will make me beautiful. So in my career, what I came to understand is one thing. Digital transformation is all about change. Technology drives change. Being successful in the digital age means that you need to have an organization and people in your organization who are capable of understanding change and what that brings. In your organization, if you buy cloud services, you will have a new way of processing your software licensing and have a distributed hardware architecture. If you buy big data and analytics, you will have powerful tools to help you analyze things. But if you don't know what it is that you need to analyze, they will not give you any value. And if you buy internet-enabled devices and implement them and give them to your people, you will suddenly have vast amounts of data that if you haven't thought about it before, you'll not even know what to do with. So none of those things in isolation is going to make your business more efficient or more effective. But there is an answer. And I'm here to tell you what will make your business more efficient and effective. And it's not new. It's two things. It's leadership and it's strategy. So I want to talk to you about 3 areas that you can begin to think of leadership and strategy to drive change in your organization. The first is people. It all starts with people. And I think you've heard that from our 2 prior speakers about the importance of people, specifically in resource development. But the importance of people in digital transformation is that if you want to change, individuals will have to change on an individual level, and you will need to lead them through that change. The second area that you can think of leadership is within your organization. The actual way your organization functions in a digital business is different, and you'll have to rethink that. And the third thing comes to looking around at your greater ecosystem, and what is your strategy within that ecosystem to leverage the power and the value of technology. So let's look at people transformation. There are 3 key things that will help you lead people through change. And the most important thing is that people need to feel a certain way. We are emotional creatures, people, and people need to feel 3 ways. Number 1, they need to feel empowered. People in a digital organization need to feel empowered to do things. Number 2, people in a digital organization need to feel connected. They need to feel connected to one another. They need to feel connected to you and your ideas. They need to feel connected to the technology that you want to deliver. And number 3, people need to feel valued. There have been a lot of technology innovations that have put people out of jobs, they say. But really, technology isn't eliminating jobs, it's changing them. And it's up to you as leaders to make sure that people understand what their value proposition is in this new world. So they need to feel empowered, connected, and valued. And once people feel that way, then your organization can start to change. And there's 3 things within your organization that will be important in the digital age. Your organization will have to change how it does decision making. With greater access to information, you'll be able to push decisions much further down in your organization. And because you've empowered people, they will make those decisions. Number 2 is process efficiency. So people who are well connected to one another, connected to ideas, and connected to technology can look around and say, how can I improve this? Where can I make it more efficient? And because you've empowered them to make decisions, they will just go out and do this for you. Number 3 is about risk reduction and risk management. Digital technologies are bringing in new risks that are different from our old risks that we have to manage. A lot of them are around cybersecurity and information and data handling, and it really requires people who feel valued and who understand the value of what they do and what they handle for you to help you identify and manage the risks associated with that. And you can certainly have seen this recently in the information security breaches that were part of the hacking at the Matsu Borough in Valdez right here in Alaska. So this is very important. These 3 things for your organization, these are what will have to change. And once you've done that, now you can look at what is going to be changing in my ecosystem. This is where you can start to look at how you create value from technology. So you've got people enrolled in the change, you've got an organization that's ready to implement that change, and the next thing you need to ask yourself is, now that my organization is, people are empowered, and they can make decisions, they are freed up to start to create. So within this ecosystem, what can we create? People who are connected and who have efficient processes are freed up to now look around and say, how can we collaborate? This might be within a company, within a sector, within our entire state. How can we collaborate? How can we work together? And the third area that you can think of in your ecosystem, this is part of your strategy, the third question that you ask yourself is, what differentiates us? How can we differentiate? People who are valued, that understand their risk landscape, that have looked at collaborating understand their unique value proposition within that overall ecosystem and where they can differentiate. So, in summary, I'm a technical lady, software engineer by trade, CIO by training, and I'm here to tell you that if you want to be successful at implementing technology, it's all about three things. Number one, leading people and making people feel empowered, connected, and valued. Number two, changing how your organization operates. And number three, by identifying what is different about you and how you relate to your wider ecosystem. So with that, I'm going to leave you with one question that will help you take a step further towards digital transformation without implementing one new tool, buying one new system, or, God help you, managing one more IT project. And that question is, thinking through these three lenses, what's one change that you could lead today? Thank you.